must be the place. Professor Oubier's house.
Looks pretty creepy. I'd been away from Paris and hadn't seen Nico for nearly 6 months. I wanted to celebrate our reunion, but she had other plans. An appointment with an archaeologist. Something to do with a Mayan stone she came across while researching a story. The guy who answered the door didn't look much like an archaeologist to me. I had a bad feeling about this.
Hello and welcome. Oh wow, okay. I'll do my introduction first, then we'll read this. Hello, welcome to Broken Sword 2. This is the remastered version. You can still see that it's a little bit... Okay, we should have read that before. I guess. So I guess it was about this, to get hints, I believe. Yeah, puzzle hints, there we go. We've just finished Broken Sword 1. Obviously, since that was like a complete remaster, more than this is, for sure. Everything looked a lot crisper. You will have to contend with the jagged edges here. There's not a lot of aliasing and all. I apologize for the quality, but there's absolutely nothing I can do. So let's just hope we do this properly. So as I said in the Broken Sword 1 playthrough, this is a scene that introduced me to Broken Sword series. And I believe it was even part of a demo CD back on the PS1. Like in the mid 90s? I can't remember when PlayStation 1 was released. Mid-end 90s? Something around there? The reason I wanted to find a PlayStation to begin with was obviously Final Fantasy VII. So yeah, this was the introduction to Broken Sword 2 for me, and obviously this is not a blind playthrough, but apart from like the first third, I want to say, my memory is a little bit rough of what puzzles there are, how to solve them. Even though I played through this in 2016, I think. So how about we Crash the bookshelf onto the spider.
Books,
Oh boy.
vaguely hoping to find a copy of How to Deal with Poisonous Spiders While Tied to a Chair. No such luck. But I noticed one corner of the bookcase was supported by a loose block of wood.
That is new, but let's kick the block of wood.
Maybe I'd been a little heavy-handed, but it was a question of survival. Of course, I was still tied to a chair in a burning house with no means of escape. I decided to work out how to untie myself before exploring further.
Oh, well then, do it on a metal bracket, please. That was easy.
Mighty bound, our hero was free. Now, I had to deal with that fire.
And I have to deal with the audio. It's a bit loud, isn't it? Like, the fire's fine, but I want the speech volume up higher. Okay, let's open the bureau. Writing bureau.
Inside, I found a
Oh, that's much better.
tequila. Normally, I didn't drink strong spirits, but today was far from normal. Ew. Disgusting. Not only did the tequila burn like hell, I just managed to stop myself from swallowing the worm. There was something short, fleshy, and gross on the carpet. It was the worm from the bottle of tequila. In the drawer was a small decorated pot.
Okay,
I
let's...
wasn't touching that spider goo.
No? Then no. Okay, let's get the stuff.
That dart was sharper than a mosquito's business end, but this didn't deter me from getting it anyway.
Just be careful in your pocket.
It was a stylish little canvas number containing a lipstick, a handwritten note, and a pair of nylon panties with a large love heart emblazoned across the front. It occurred to me that Nico's tastes must have really changed while I was away. Well,
Obviously, you take everything with you. Yep. I would do so too. That's a weird taste, though, gotta say.
I guess I had no business reading the note, but I figured it might give me a clue to what Nico was involved in. It was from Andrei Lobanov.
Of course it was from
The
him.
history student Nico had known at college. The letter was sentimental mush, and revealed that the exotic lingerie, as he called it, was a gift from him. It gave his telephone number. Lobanov figured himself as a rival for Nico's affections, but I couldn't believe that that creep was in the running.
Yeah, especially with stuff like this. Ugh. Okay, so we want the siphon. Which doesn't have any pressure.
There was no pressure in the siphon. I guess it was out of gas.
Let's break this open. That is gonna explode.
The cabinet was locked.
Oh, it was locked. It was locked.
I wasn't going to touch the box after that spider had been inside it.
Yeah, like that's doing anything to you. Notes? So 6 months. Okay, that's like what happened so far. That's cool. Key. Maybe in the pot.
The pot contained
Yes.
a key.
There we go. Let's explode this cabinet open.
The key was way too large to fit
Aw.
into that tiny keyhole.
Then use that to pry it open, maybe?
As I released the lock, something blew the doors open.
Gas.
That cylinder was hot. I couldn't pick it up with my bare hands.
Good thing you have panties.
The panties I'd found in Nico's bag were just what I needed to wrap around the hot cylinder.
It's not likely that it's untouchable hot from this, but It's a game. I'm not gonna complain. Oh, I'm an idiot.
There was no pressure in the siphon.
Yep, the gas is missing. But we do have the cylinder. That's still hot.
The cylinder gave out a faint hiss as the valve opened.
Huh?
Now I had one primed up and ready to use extinguisher.
Yeah, it would be a problem getting out else other than, you know, this door because the bars of the window. Okay, let's extinguish.
With a well-aimed squirt of his soda fountain, our unshakable hero saved the day. Now it was time to start looking for Nico. I wasn't going to burn myself on that red-hot doorknob, and it wasn't the time for subtlety.
Well done, Mr. Stobart. Bravely escaped from a burning room. News cutting. What do we have? I think it was something about the moon phases.
I'd found a piece of newspaper folded in two. It referred to a forthcoming eclipse of the sun. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be visible from Europe. The best place to view the eclipse would be Mexico.
Mexico. Yeah.
It was locked.
Okay.
I disliked him.
Yeah, that's the only number we have.
Only hope of finding Nico.
The only number we have.
Hi, Andre?
Who is this?
It's George Stobart, Nico's boyfriend.
Don't you mean ex-boyfriend?
Look, I didn't call you just to pick a fight. I need to talk to you about Nico.
Can't you accept she's just not interested in you?
Listen, Andre, we need to talk. Nico's life depends on it.
Okay. You remember the cafe at Montfaucon?
Sure. Andre? You'd better show, you creep.
Oh, he will.
I felt an irrational urge to wipe my ear.
See, that's the difference of remembering
I unlocked the door.
the puzzles and not really.
Looking forward to meeting Labano again, but he was my only link with Nico.
So I guess we're going to breeze through the first third, maybe. Oh, look! The gendarme.
Labano when I got to the cafe. I decided to order a coffee and wait for him.
I never realized he's actually sitting there still.
Pardon me, but don't I know you?
Huh?
You were here the day I found the catacombs.
I was? Ah, yes, I remember you.
Yeah. Are you still in the police force?
No, not anymore. I'm a man of leisure. And what brings you back to Paris?
I have a problem with the fact that they hard pen the voiceover. Couldn't you just have the dialogue in the middle?
My girlfriend.
What it is to be young and in love. Will you share a bottle of wine with me?
Hey, listen, I'd love to, but I need to keep a clear head.
So my company isn't good enough for you.
What do you make of this dart?
I remember a case where the victim was killed with just such a device. The poison acted in seconds, causing his body to swell up like an inflatable life raft.
Yikes.
Why did you leave the police?
I was forced to retire. The golden handshake. Only in my case, it was more copper than gold.
How come?
I was made a scapegoat to cover up the department's inefficiencies.
Maybe because of Rousseau?
Have you ever heard of a Professor Oubier?
No, monsieur. I don't recall the name.
Well, apparently he's an expert on Mayan art and history.
A little out of my field of experience, monsieur. If he'd been a serial killer or a sodomite, I might have been able to help.
Ooh, another sip of wine.
What do you make of this news cutting?
Orphanage supplied fast food chain?
No, it's the article above that.
Oh. Total eclipse of the sun. Well, that's very dull in comparison. I don't know anything about eclipses.
Tell me what you make of this note.
Let's make fun of Lubino.
Experience, I gained a pretty good insight into handwriting. I'd say that note was written by a compulsive, obsessive type with an Oedipus complex.
That's about right.
Hey, you got just about everything apart from the ponytail. I couldn't snatch the man's flask while he was looking.
Maybe when he's looking for the next glass of wine? Or while drinking, maybe. Doesn't even recognize the waiter.
The man was still looking. It was too hot to sit inside the cafe.
Okay.
Besides, I might miss Labino.
Talk to the waiter.
Oh, garçon. He ignored me. I'm sure it was deliberate. What's that you're drinking?
It's wine.
The man was still looking.
Obviously, I can't remember everything.
Quoi? I'd like a cup of coffee if you don't mind.
When I finish serving this gentleman.
Didn't you just?
I had nothing else.
Ooh. He's topping off with whatever is in there.
What does that guy keep pouring out of his flask?
Absinthe.
Absinthe? I thought that was highly dangerous and outlawed in France.
It is. Don't look at me, I didn't sell it to him.
Do you know a guy called André Lobineau?
Oui, I know him. What of it?
Well, I'm supposed to meet him here. Did I miss him?
No, I have not seen him today.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Oui. He married that actress, the little dachshund. They used to come here. The nutty professor and the movie star.
If Oubier's wife was a movie star, how come I never heard of her?
She was big in France. The world doesn't stop at
Really?
Hollywood. Her stage name was Carol Climax. She died in suspicious circumstances.
Interesting.
Oubier's wife died
I heard he shot her.
and got away with it?
He had a good lawyer and they wrote a tight alibi.
Why would an eminent public figure like Oubier risk everything for murder?
He wouldn't be the first, would he? Besides, people like him always get off.
Do you know that man over there?
I should think so. He's a regular customer.
Drinking a lot of wine.
Look at this, a poison dart.
Ah oui, sure.
It's the real thing. Knocked my girlfriend out cold in a matter of seconds.
Romantic. Sounds like a real close relationship you have going.
That's all.
Thank you.
There he is. There he is, Mr. Ponytail.
Well, this is a surprise, Georgie.
I wouldn't normally call you, but Nico's in trouble, Andre. Deep trouble. You have to help me find her.
What? What have you dragged her
Isil.
into this time?
It was you that recommended Professor Oubier as an expert on Mayan art. Now his butler's kidnapped her, and he tried to kill me.
Every time she gets involved with you, there is trouble. Walking out on her was the best thing you could do.
My father was dying, damn it. I had no choice.
Well, she soon recovered once she went back to her old friends.
Drop it, Andre. Right now, Nico's in danger, and we have to work together.
Oh, he's eavesdropping.
So, how can I help?
Nico needed to speak to Oubier about a stone.
Oh, you mean this stone?
So that's what all the trouble's about.
Precisely. Nico told me to guard it with my life.
Oh, it's worth more than that, surely.
Oh, very funny.
What's funny is that your life really is on the line.
What are you talking about?
The stone is a Mayan artifact, dummy, and the guy who kidnapped Nico was from Central America. It was the stone they were after.
Oh my god, you mean I could be in danger too?
Yes.
What do you suppose the carving on the stone means?
I don't know. I haven't shown it to anyone.
Why don't you just give it to me?
I don't want your death on my conscience, George.
Of course not. But it's like the position in the frame where he talks.
Where did Nico get the stone?
I get the point,
I'm
but
not sure I should tell you.
Oh, you should.
It was something to do with smuggling.
Why didn't Nico take the stone to Ubier?
I don't know. Perhaps she suspected something like this would happen.
If she's been hurt, Andre, I'll break every bone in your body.
No, that's typical of you. Do you think I don't care what happens to Nicole?
It occurred to me that slugs don't have bones to break, but I kept that thought to myself. Tell me about your friend Ubier.
He's more of a professional acquaintance than a friend.
I see. So you don't really know him at all?
No, I don't.
obviously.
What do you think this is, Andre?
I don't know.
I'll give you a clue. It's got more backbone than you.
You think you're amusing, don't you?
Yep.
What can you tell me about this pot?
South or Central American, I'd say. I have a friend who'd be able to tell you more.
Who?
Where can I find this guy?
He owns a gallery on the left bank, the Gliese Gallery.
Does Ubier employ a guy from Central America?
Maybe. I don't know.
See you later.
Goodbye, Georgie.
Meanwhile, several hundred kilometers away.
I've had enough of your games, Kala. Tell me what you've done with my stone.
I thought your business was simply smuggling cocaine, Karzak. Why are you so interested in that stone?
Either you tell me what I want to know, or Pablo here will make you talk.
Okay. Well, I figured someone at the university would be able to help. So I had a word with one of my girlfriends, and she told me her boyfriend was a lecturer. I sent the stone to the Department of Ethnology. You know, I figured it was South American, so... You're not buying this, are you?
That's enough. I don't have time to listen to your mindless prattle. We'll leave you to think it over. Come the morning, you'll be ready to talk.
Oh boy.
Do you miss being a gendarme?
Yes, of course I do. When I wore that uniform, I commanded respect. Not anymore.
I grabbed the flask and was struck by a powerful smell of absinthe, a highly potent and illegal alcoholic drink. Excuse me.
What?
Use guile and cunning to steal a gendarme something achievement.
Ever heard of Carol Climax, the movie star?
Yes, but I don't care for the kind of movie she's made. It's smut like that which has caused the moral decline of the Western world.
Is it true that Carol Climax was murdered by her husband?
First I heard of it. I thought she just retired.
Didn't you try to appeal against her dismissal?
There was no point. It was my word against that of the chief inspector. And he was a close friend of the director of the museum I was supposed to be patrolling.
Excuse me.
Leave me alone.
Oh, okay.
I had no desire to go down into the sewers.
Why not? Maybe you see Templar Knights.
Now I had another lead. I could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Gliese Gallery.
We're going to Gliese because I don't think there was anything left at Ubier's.
The Gliese Gallery had style and class, but very few customers. Are you Mr. Glees, the owner?
Yes, sir. May I help you?
You're English?
These days one prefers to think of oneself as European.
Sure. Whatever you say.
And how precisely may one assist you, sir?
What I really wanted to ask you about was a black stone.
A black stone?
Yeah, it's a Mayan artifact, about as big as my hand.
No, sir, one doesn't get much call for black stones. If it's Mayan artifacts you're interested in, I have some rather exquisite pots.
Yeah, I noticed. I've already got one of those. Who's that guy over there?
That's Mr. Lane, sir, the critic. I'm hoping he'll give the gallery a favorable write-up. One has to be so patient with these critics. Lure them in with the correct bait, watch for a bite, then play them like a fish.
Well, he's certainly drinking like one. Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Of course. His name is synonymous with Mayan art. A number of these artifacts were supplied by Oubier himself.
Do you believe the story that Oubier murdered his wife?
If it was true, who can blame him? She was an opportunist tramp. Well, that's what I heard.
Have you seen any of Oubier's wife's films?
Only one. Believe me, I was appalled, shocked, disgusted, and repulsed.
Well, you sure got your money's worth. Last time I went to the movies, I wasn't even titillated. I suppose you have an import license for these relics?
Of course. But that's not my problem, sir. The professor arranges all the shipping. We simply collect the items from the docks.
Okay,
Could you tell me which docks Professor Oubier uses to import the artifacts?
Good God, no. I can't possibly reveal my commercial secrets.
Why not?
Do you get many Central
He's
American
dead.
Indians in here?
And no, sir.
Probably.
This is Paris. Central America is several thousand kilometers southwest of here. Straight across the Atlantic Ocean and turn left. You can't miss it.
Well, as it happens, I saw some Central American Indians this very morning.
Tourists, sir. Paris is full of them at this time of year.
I found this news story referring to a total eclipse of the sun.
Really, sir? Well, fascinating.
Very.
I'd like your opinion on this pot.
Interesting. Would sir be interested in selling the article?
Nope.
That depends. How much would you give me for it?
300? Possible 325?
I'll think about it.
Let's talk to Lane.
You're Lane, the critic, aren't you?
Correct. Can't you see I'm busy?
Busy? Doing what?
Appreciating the art, or depreciating it. I have a reputation to uphold.
I could tell this guy was going to be hard work. What's that you're drinking?
I'm not sure, but I have a suspicion it might be urine.
Ugh.
Please can't expect a favorable criticism of his gallery when he serves this muck.
Have you heard of Professor Oubier?
Yes, of course.
I was at his house earlier.
If you're going to drop names, you could at least name one worth dropping.
I thought Oubier was a well-respected man.
Why, his last book was nothing but pseudo-intellectual claptrap. The demented ramblings of a drug-dependent has-been.
Oh,
Would you give
Okay.
me your opinion on this pot, sir?
Yes. Very rapouche.
Rapouche?
Hideous.
wow.
What
Okay,
the hell do you think you're doing?
Oubier would have given me 300 for it. And considering that we know that Mr. Stobart here likes to travel light in terms of money, it would have been something.
You smashed my pot.
Certainly, it was not only worthless, it was ugly and offensive.
To you, maybe.
Believe me, I was doing you a favor.
I wasn't going to waste any more breath talking to that pompous blimp. Maybe I could turn the situation to my advantage, and at the same time, get my revenge.
Yes.
I splashed a little absinthe into the glass and hoped he wouldn't notice the change of color.
Did you put something in my drink?
Yeah, I did. Well, what do you think?
Well, it's certainly an improvement over Glees's wine. In fact, I could grow to like it.
One more sip.
Allow me.
Was a bit much, wasn't it? It's crazy how long I took for getting to solve that puzzle back in the day. Let's get the slip. So we know where the docks are.
There was nothing in the case but styrofoam packing, but pasted on the side was the remains of a label.
Marseille.
Underneath the logo of a flying bird were the words Condor Transglobal Mars. The rest of the label was missing. I had no possible use for a credit card reader.
Too bad.
The pot had smashed into too many pieces to retrieve.
Also too bad. Was hideous though. Not gonna lie.
Were those pots very valuable?
The pots are insured, but not the shelving. You've no idea how much that cost me.
What did I do? He wanted that stuff. How can I know that he's going to topple down? Well, I knew, but how could I know? Wait a second. We had these. Okay. Maybe we ask the gendarme about this. He's still a bit flustered. Or do we have to call Lobino again? Oh, wow.
Excuse me.
What?
I'm trying to find my girlfriend. She's been kidnapped.
Kidnapped?
Yeah. It was our first day back together after many months.
That's too bad. My God, that's depressing.
Damn.
I could either go back to Ubier's house or visit the Glee's gallery.
Guess we have to go back to Ubier's because of the phone being there.
There was no one else I wanted to call.
Okay.
It was the label I'd found.
Yeah, but
I had a
wait.
choice of destinations. The cafe.
Maybe we can just use it on him.
Excuse me.
What?
He wouldn't have wanted that. Which museum was it you were supposed to be patrolling?
The croon. It wasn't as if anything important was stolen. Just a rusty old tripod.
The tripod I'd returned a few weeks later.
Oh! He got kicked off the force because of us. Whoops.
Excuse me.
What?
I'd been looking forward to seeing my girl, but she wanted to rush off to see some professor.
I see. And you think she's having an affair?
No.
It's Professor?
Look, forget it. It doesn't matter.
Maybe we should ask the waiter.
You need anything else?
There was nothing I wanted to say to him.
So I guess no.
I could either...
Then we missed something at Glee's.
It was a machine for reading... The packing case contained nothing but styrofoam chips. It was a sturdy packing case. I wasn't going to waste my breath on that drunkard.
Can we maybe talk to Glees about something more?
Go away.
Go away. They were just giggling, right?
Hi, girls. What's the joke?
あなたはキレてですね。
Oh,
Okay, fine.
I never knew that we were talking Japanese. She just told him he's beautiful.
If I wanted to be laughed at, there was always Nico.
They weren't laughing, they were giggling. Oh. Okay, there was nothing at the cafe. Doesn't have anyone to call.
There was no one else.
And I don't think there's... Did I miss something up here?
The cabinet was already... There was nothing else in...
Can you remember that?
The bookcase had fallen on its front, making it impossible to reach the books inside.
Well, I wouldn't say impossible.
The rope was shredded and no possible use to me. I had no time to sit around.
Okay. There wasn't something in there, right? Key doesn't fit.
The house key didn't fit this lock. I had a choice of destination.
There's nothing we can talk about with to the waiter. Bloody hell. Fascinating. I can't remember.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Shut up. Okay, what does it say? I have the packaging label. What else do I need to know? Like, you need to know...
I could either go back to...
It must be something in the gallery.
I had no...
No. I thought we could maybe pry it open.
The packing case contained nothing...
He said go away, so we can't talk to him.
The pots were protected by a glass case.
Well,
I couldn't believe it. The The pots were marked at 5,000 francs each.
Oh yeah, the time before the euro. I don't think he's gonna talk to us.
Go away.
Yeah.
Glees wasn't happy, I could tell. I wasn't going... He was out for the count. It was a machine for reading credit cards.
I mean, this is obviously going to be Marseille.
Go away.
Go away. So much for boasting to know where to go and what to do and all. Why am I stuck now? I'm actually stuck. What the hell? Oh no, I'm not. I'm an idiot. I didn't see the window down here. Honest mistake. Honest mistake. It's all good. So maybe he still has some dialogue?
Excuse me.
What?
I had nothing else.
I had nothing. Okay. Maybe we can show it him this way, but I still doubt it because items that we can talk about.
Anything else?
The waiter wouldn't have been interested.
That's all.
Thank you.
I had no desire to go down into the sewers. It was too hot to sit inside the cafe.
Didn't say you should sit there. I don't remember this being so hard.
To Ubier's house, or visit the Glees gallery.
I don't remember this being so hard, really. There's only the phone here. Lovino was pretty odious. Lovino point me to Glees gallery set might be able to tell more about Ubier's spot. It's a lead, I guess. I have the packaging label. What else do I need to know? Can't believe I'm stuck.
It was the box that I'd already ran, and besides which, Ubier and his wife, I guess. Nice couple. There was nothing else in the drawer.
There was nothing else, huh? Obviously nothing there. The window also doesn't help, really. Okay. I have the packaging label. What can I do with it?
I had a choice of destinations.
This is curious indeed. Yeah, that's what I thought.
I don't think so.
He doesn't think so.
Nope.
Nope.
I'd better think. I had no... It was a machine for reading credit cards.
I'm actually amazed I have to click the link, the thing here. What? I already did.
It was the newspaper clipping referring to the imminent eclipse. Wrapped inside it was another small piece of paper. It was a bank statement for Ubier's account from an automatic telling machine. The last 5 withdrawals were for large amounts, and all made in Marseille. It was beginning to make sense. Ubier had organized Nico's abduction. Ubier withdrew money from Marseille. Ubier was connected with Transglobal, who shipped their goods from a warehouse in Marseille. That's how the torn Transglobal label had once read. Marseille, not Mars. It wasn't much of a lead, but it was all I had. I set off immediately to catch the evening train.
Oh man. A few hours later. And this is the second area where... Which I remember from back on in the day.
It was almost dawn when I arrived in Marseille. I traced Condor Transglobal to a desolate dockside.
Let's talk to the bean guy. Yeah, why have a trash can?
Hi, good morning.
Do you know what time it is?
No, I don't wear a watch. As my dad used to say, I'm not into time, man.
Well, you're too early.
Am I?
What time is it anyhow?
The big hand's on the floor. Why aren't you in bed?
I can explain everything.
Never mind, I ain't that interested.
What time do you open the gates?
7.
Do you mind if I hang out here till the docks open?
Please yourself, but you'll have a long wait. It's Sunday, and tomorrow is the start of the national holiday. Everything is closed for a month.
Well, wouldn't you just know it? Does that dog belong to you?
Nah, he comes with the job. I just feed him every now and then.
More then than now, I'd say.
Possible.
Ever heard of Condor Transglobal?
Sure, they have a warehouse here.
Well, could I take a look?
No.
Not until after the holidays. Come back in a month.
What's the dog's name?
20.
It's unusual for a dog.
It's his registration number. Security dog number 20.
That animal doesn't seem too hot for a guard dog.
No? You haven't seen him in action.
Doesn't look like he has the energy to wag his tail.
Just like my wife. She's like a slug in a coma until she's annoyed. Then, she's like a tiger with a rat up its ass.
Sweet.
Wow.
I have to make a delivery to Condor Transglobal.
Where's your rig?
About half a mile down the road.
And you walked here? Jeez, are you some kind of nut?
Nah, it was easy. I just put one foot in front of the other.
Really, Mr. Stobart, did you do
Are you
that?
gonna let me make my delivery?
Not without the paperwork. You get the papers, you make your delivery, and I get a fat backhander.
I was getting nowhere with the story about being a trucker.
Probably, yeah.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
No, pal, what is it?
A poison dart used for hunting.
What would you hunt with that? Mice?
No, monkeys and stuff. The tip is dipped in poison.
Hey, what you got against monkeys?
I love monkeys. I was just using them as an example.
Well, don't.
Yeah, don't.
Take a look at this letter.
That's sick. Did you write it?
Oh, no. No, it's a letter from my girlfriend's admirer.
If I was you, I'd smack him in the mouth.
Well, that's not my style, but thanks for the advice. What's cooking?
Beans. You know a man can live on nothing but beans.
Not this one. Don't you ever get tired of eating beans?
Sure I do. What do you take me for?
And what's the alternative?
Peas.
Of course, peas.
I eat them too often, though. They play hell with my digestion.
Have you ever considered changing your diet?
What's wrong with beans and beer?
You need me to tell you? You're pumping out enough methane here to fill a dirigible.
and it might, you know, explode with the fire down there.
I'm looking for a young woman.
At the docks? What kind of woman do you have in mind?
You don't understand. It's my girlfriend I'm trying to find.
Well, I ain't seen her. And you should tell her, the docks ain't no place for a young lady. They're dirty and they're dangerous.
Good point. What do you make of this?
I have these very exotic panties.
Take them away, you pervert!
I'm certain my girlfriend was brought here when she was abducted.
What? Your girl was kidnapped?
Yeah. Struck down by an Indian with a poisoned dart.
Like the one you showed me?
Yep.
The very same. I could tell he didn't believe me. Do you know what kind of business Condor's involved in?
I'm paid to guard the gate. Their business is none of mine.
Have you ever heard of Professor Oubier?
Me? None of my friends are professors or anything like that.
I gotta go now, but I'll be back.
Can't wait.
No growling. Let's have a look here.
I couldn't reach the coat. I couldn't reach the bucket. I couldn't reach...
Can't reach anything, mate.
I couldn't reach the documents.
You can't reach your keys.
I couldn't reach...
Can you reach anything, Stobart? Give me that stick.
The stick had a hook on one end. I figured it was a boat hook.
Walking boats, yeah. We got it. We got it. I think there was something with this. Oh, I think I remember. We need to get the dog biscuits.
The bottle was just out of reach. Nothing was going to get me into that water if I could help it. I just knew that boat hook would be useful for something. As for the bottle, even if I couldn't find a use for it, I cleaned up the dock a little.
You're alive, a world saver, Mr. Stobart.
Ouch! That's hot. The panties would not have been thick enough to shield this level of heat. The bottle was half filled with water. Maybe it would cool the cone down enough to touch it.
Yep.
Now I could see into the pipe which formed the chimney.
And we put a bottle in.
The bottle had blocked the chimney, and the hut was filling up with smoke.
And now we can reach for the biscuits. Lovely. Stop barking at me, Pooch.
The packet was full of dog biscuits. Baked beans in ketchup.
Yuck.
The box contained
Nothing but plank forms. I'm sorry, I clicked too early. We've got what we needed. Now, dog biscuits with platform.
Hey, 20. Come and get it, boy.
Sorry, mate.
I felt a slight twinge of conscience as I prepared to give the dog a dunking. It soon passed.
Sorry, boy.
As I'd expected, the dog could swim like a dog.
Can I... Dog dunk. Dunk the pesky dog. Now we should be able to climb the fence. He doesn't even see through there, so not a problem. He would hear the rattling, but doesn't really matter. Pont du Nord.
The sign looked as if it was firmly attached to the wall. Anyway, I didn't really want it as a souvenir.
No? Too bad.
This sign also looked firmly attached to the wall.
But
It read, Convoy
Exactly.
Trans Global. I'd come to the right place. Now all I had to do was get inside.
And that, my friends, we are doing in the next episode. Because this sets off a lot more, and I don't want to, stop in between like puzzles, little puzzles that are like, forming some sort of chapter. I think this is a good place to call it quits for today. That being said, the demo I played as a child ended here, like getting over the fence, and it took me obviously well over the 1 hour that we've just played, and babbled a lot, by the way. So thank you so much for watching Broken Sword 2 first episode. We're going to continue with this, and I hope you like and subscribe as always, and I see you in the next episode. Have a nice time until then, and bye!